Okay, so today I am interviewing Amelia. She's my friend. So I kind of talked to you about this a little bit on Saturday, but basically
Mhm.
I'm in a class, I'm in an entrepreneurship class. And what we're doing is like the first part of the semester, we were finding problems in the world. And now the second part, we're like finding like solutions to those to like create businesses or whatever. So the
Yeah.
problem I'm focusing on was, well, it began with like the transition to online learning with music through COVID.
Mhm.
And now I'm kind of focusing on like students access to music and like to supplies and like resources and how like music is so beneficial to like development and everything.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I figured you would be really good to interview. So to begin, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself, like your experience with music and like what you're doing now and studying at school?
Yeah. So I'm at WVU. My primary instrument is French horn, but I'm a music therapy major, so I play guitar and piano for that. And throughout my years doing music therapy, I've had practicums um, in clinical work in like a school system, a nursing home, um, a developmental school, and um, a private practice. And right now I'm in the hospital. So I've definitely had like a wide range of
Mm-hmm.
clients.
That's awesome. Um, okay, what do you think is like the most important part about like the music experience?
Um, so for me in music therapy, we try to achieve goals and objectives with our clients. So depending on the population, um, there are different goals like developmental, academic, um, social, and so like in a school system with a kid that has an IEP, we could be working on like behavioral skills and um, like sensory input and impulse control. And to achieve like improving those areas, we use music as that method.
And have you seen like the effects of that? Like it shows that it has improved those areas.
Yeah, so with every session, we have a session plan where it lists out the goals that we're trying to achieve, the objective, which is more specifically like how we're going to get there. And it has like, the client will play the shaker 30% of the time, make sure it's measurable. And then we have out like how we're going to do that with the interventions.
Mm-hmm.
And we document afterwards our progress note. So through the progress notes, you're able to see how much they improve throughout our time with them. And I've definitely seen clients who have, there may be like a skill that they struggled with or an area that we were really working on, and we've had to change goals just because they've achieved them, which is really cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was like a big part of why I wanted to like do this problem because I feel like I was in music all through high school and everything.
Yeah.
And so I never had the aspect of like not being in it. But
Mhm.
so I know like how much of an awesome experience it is and like how helpful it is with everything. So I like this just really interests me.
Oh yeah.
Um, do you think that all students should have access to music?
Definitely. Yeah. I feel like even um, because music therapy is so um, beneficial for some individuals, but even just having access to um, listening to music and having that like resource of playing an instrument can just really, I mean, studies have shown that it just improves your mood and
Mm-hmm.
your affect. So I feel like it's really important for people to have that access to listen and play whenever they want.
So my next question you kind of touched on a little bit, but maybe we could expand it more. Is there anything like you've like learned through your classes and everything about how like music really can influence like a child's development?
hmm Um, yeah, so it's kind of like especially like in a school setting, or working one-on-one, I feel like it's a good tool. Like instead of using, like I don't know, like something for math, you can
Mhm.
change it into more of a song, and it's just like a different way for them to learn in a way. Um, yeah, so I feel like it's really beneficial too because kids respond so positively to music. I mean, they like also know like all the Disney songs, all of their pop music. So it's a way to connect with them too, which is also beneficial.
Mhm. So you said like it can be helpful with like other subjects. Do you think that's like really important to make sure music is incorporated in like all like realms of academic, not just like strictly music class?
Yeah, I think it definitely could be. Um, just because, especially in a general classroom, kids learn in such different ways. So being able to learn through a different like format of that, and maybe using a song or um, learning something with an instrument, it could potentially like help them in a way to like fully understand and grasp what their the teacher is trying to teach them. So I think, yeah, I think in all areas, I mean, you can pretty much use music in anything.
Mhm.
So it's definitely, it'd be good to have.
Um, so did you play in an orchestra in high school? Or like what
Yeah.
did you do in high school? You did that?
In high school, I was in the a cappella in Jamestown band and orchestra.
Okay. So how did those personal experiences like influence you?
Those, I feel like they just solidified like my interest and my love for music. Um, because in high school, you're trying to figure out like what's next, like what do I go to college for,
Mhm.
and those were definitely like the best parts of my day, and they gave me so many opportunities with like all states to meet other people, like orchestra camps. So it was really cool to have that side of it and know like this is something I want to do for the rest of my life, and I want to use music to help others.
Okay, so basically Saturday, was messaging you Saturday because we were in class from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. Saturday
Oh my
just for this class, like doing it
god.
was called the Create-a-thon. So that's when we were supposed to like come up with a business. But so me and my teammate, we came up with a couple different solutions, and I just want to see what your like opinions of them are. Not that they're like businesses or anything, but we were just trying to like think of different things. So we were thinking of like after school programs that would give students like access to instruments and more supplemental instruction than they would get like during class. Because I also know that at least for me, I had access to music all through schooling, but I know in other states they don't require like general music or anything like that for like
Yeah.
elementary. Another one we had was like monthly subscriptions to like instruments where it'd be like you get like a magazine every week, you'd get like instrument every like month or something, and you could like test out different instruments and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I
And then
like.
the third one we were thinking of is like people in your area, like in your neighborhood or community, if they had an instrument that they didn't really use or something, they could like rent it out to another neighbor or like a community member or something, and
Yeah.
that way. So do you have any like opinions on any of those, or like what are your thoughts on those?
I really like all three of those because I mean, I know my mom's a music teacher, so I know that she's always trying to get instruments for her kids and like um get give them that access to instruments. So
Mhm.
I like the monthly subscriptions. Would it change every month? Like,
Well, we were thinking like if someone wanted to just like if I was new and I haven't played any instruments and I wanted to test like this one out this month, then I could. And if I wanted to continue doing that, like I could. Or if they wanted to like switch it out every month and like pick a new instrument and try to like learn that one or something like that, just so they'd have access to like a variety of different instruments,
Mhm.
whereas like they normally wouldn't.
Right. No, I like that. I think that's really cool. All three of those are good ideas because like the after school aspect of it, because you're right, in other states people don't have access to music
Mhm.
classes like that. So to have like a or even just like a community music program, to get kids to come and learn a song or play drums or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the one. So Saturday we had to pick one of them, and like
Mhm.
we literally came up with a business and like titled the bit. Like we had, it was so much like work in one day. But
Yeah.
that was the one we like focused on, and our professors were like, "Oh my God, like after school programs are always like a hit because students like don't have anywhere to go, and it
Right.
helps with parents, like they don't have to watch their kids like
Mhm.
between like 3 and 5 or whatever." And then it'd be something fun, like it'd be different than like the typical after school program where students
Yeah.
just like kids just run around and like don't really do
Yeah.
anything.
It would really like engage them. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Okay, so I think that that's pretty much all the questions I have for you. Do you have anything else to add or anyone else you like suggest that I contact?
Um, I think I don't know who else. Unless you want to get like a perspective of like music ed because they're like studying like the classroom setting more
Mm-hmm.
and like how they use music to teach, that may be good. I'm not sure who is studying music ed though from like our area
Is your mom, does she teach at Jamestown?
at Panama.
Oh, Panama.
Mhm.
Could you like send me her contact
Oh
info
yeah.
and maybe I could reach out to her? I'm not sure if I will because I have interviewed a couple music teachers already. So moving forward, I
Okay.
might change it, but it might be useful to have it just in case.
Yeah, I can message you right after this with that.
Okay, awesome. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's all I have. Thank you so much for helping. You were very like helpful and
of
I
course.
liked hearing your perspectives.
I hope that I had like good answers for everything.
You
So
did. You definitely did. Thank you so much. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later then.
yeah, see ya.
See ya.